Hello and welcome back to West Ham Network on this Wednesday evening or Thursday morning over in Australia there. Good morning, Kieran. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. G'day, g'day. Beautiful one day, perfect the next, Queensland.
Yeah.
Yeah, another beautiful morning, but you can feel that little bit of coolness early mornings, about 6, then it's starting to cool down in the mornings. So winter's on its way.
Right.
But it's not really.
Yeah. So anyway, I am going to go into the chat in a few minutes, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip all the chat from before we got in the studio because there's just so much of it, and I'm just going to pick out one or two of the comments that I've highlighted, as it were. But anyway, we're going to be talking about Aaron Wan-Bissaka, our $15 million man, £15 million man. Sorry. And one of the early comments I'm talking about this afternoon says West Ham is his level, unfortunately. Now, I kind of agree that West Ham is a good level for him, but that's because West Ham are at a decent level, or supposedly we're supposed to be at a decent level. So by that, I'm assuming he's not a West Ham fan, and
not necessarily.
Not a big fan. But then Mark Pendleton came in a little bit later on and said, for £15 million, it's a ridiculous deal, and I agree.
Well,
and Hammerette came in a little bit earlier and said, brilliant player. We do have.
Well, we had to get one right, Budge, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
So many others we've wasted money on in the last sort of 5-6 years.
I agree.
Between Haller and Maka
and
we've wasted a lot of money. It's nice to see I get one right. We got Dawson right, Soufal right, maybe Socek right. Yeah. But since then we've lost a lot of money on players. Yeah. And it's good to see we got, especially in that right back position, because he has been superb. He really has. But I mean, there was a reason Man United paid 50 million for him. You know what I mean? So there's a player there.
Yeah, that's one of the points I wanted to make. I mean, he went from, basically from Crystal Palace's academy, became a first team player. In his first season, in his first full month, he started off in February 20. I can't remember what year it was now. But anyway, 15 maybe. And he started off in the February, played in his debut match, which was a loss to Man United, and then in the March month, he played all 4 games minus 2 minutes. Basically, he was subbed off for 2 minutes at the end of the game, and in that month, he was voted by 65% of the Crystal Palace fans as player of the month. He was 18 years old at the time, 18 or 19. So, he done very, very well when he broke through into the Crystal Palace setup, which is why Man United obviously noticed him and paid the big money for him, because he became like a staple for Palace. He was one of their regular players, and he developed himself playing for him. And I think Man United mismanaged him personally, because he should have been a much more expensive, much more developed player.
I never judge players too much after they go to Man United and then they're shit, because they do it to shitloads of players. They do it to players now. Every time a good player seems to go there, it goes to shit. I mean, there's so many. I mean, I've watched that Anthony at Man United, and he's been dreadful. I mean, dreadful.
Look,
and apparently, wherever he went off to on loan there, he got 3 fucking man of the matches and he's scoring goals. You know what I mean? So many players. You look at Mason Mount. Where the fuck's he now?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, there's so many at Man United. You can't write them off because it's something about that club. So, mate, we got a bargain. As simple as that. It's as good as a bargain when we brought in Dawson. You know, and we didn't expect him to be that great, and he was. Now we're getting it Wan-Bissaka, and long may it continue. And he's very consistent. You know, every week he's a 7 or 8, isn't he? You know, it's simple as that. So we're lucky, yeah. Been a great part.
Let's say hello to some of the chatters. Good evening, Leslie. They always deliver the best shows of the week. Thank you so much, guys. That was in response. That was in response to me apologising for Jamie not actually going live tonight. I actually said it was Alex, but it wasn't. It was Jamie. And anyway, so he said, Budgie and Cieran, in return, I expect the best show from you guys in return, which I am sure you will today, as usual. And that was, so thank you, guys. Always do. Look at that, see. Rich, West Ham. Good evening, Rich. Thank you for joining, mate. All of my love, heart and prayers go out to you, Leslie, and your family. Let's get a good win for you tomorrow night. Oh, Leslie, is there an issue? Mate, I'll tell you what. If you want to tell us now, you can. But otherwise, it'll stay hidden in the chat. Everybody's saying the same thing, guys. One West Ham, one family. Completely. Right. Randy's saying, don't know if everyone has seen the results tonight, but there is massive opportunity to try and close the gap with the teams around us, and we go above Everton if we win, but need to turn up. And I agree with that. We do need to turn up. We can't go there thinking it's only Leicester.
Absolutely, I have no doubt it won't be. No way he would think that. No way. I mean, Jesus, we was only West Ham going to Arsenal, wasn't it? Well, that a fucking beauty.
and we will.
Oh man, I tell you what, we got to talk, man. Happiest weekend of my life that was, man. It was just watching all them fuckers melt down and getting that win. What a win, man! I fancied us losing 2-0.
Yeah, we'll have a chat about that game, but Everton. Sorry, the Leicester game. Hopefully 3-0. We need a home win. Leicester could be that game. Hopefully, Leslie, you could be right, mate. I'm reserved thinking 2-0 or 2-1. Never make things easy. Hope for a result. Yeah. Good evening, Mark. Thank you, Mr. Watson, for joining. Good evening, all. Looking forward to the match tomorrow, as we all are. We will do a little preview on that, but it's not the official preview. That's already been done by the channel, Russell or Anton. I'm not sure who it was actually. Now, good evening, James Bong. Thank you for joining us, James. Brendan, thank you for joining, mate. Randy, good to see you. Hope you're well, he says. Stuart says, AWB, evening. AWB is my player of the season so far. Stuart. And I think a lot of us would agree with that, mate. You know,
the most consistent we've had, Stuart, isn't he? He's been the most consistent, I think.
He's been incredibly good for us since he arrived. And, you know, I was quite excited when he arrived. I actually knew there was a player there. But my fanboy, if you want to call it that, my fanboy reaction towards him is that it happened at the Crystal Palace game. You know, for me,
this is the thing, Budge. See, some people say what you pay from doesn't matter. It really does. We're loving him even more because he was only 15 million. Now, when you look at Kilman, we think he's a good player. He hasn't been brilliant, but he's been good. He's been starting to get better and better. But that 40 million price tag follows him around, right? You think, shit. At the beginning there, I'm saying we're paid too much for this boy. You know what I mean? If he was a 20, 25 million pound player, I'd say, I think we got our money's worth. At the moment, and he might be worth 60 next year. I'm not saying he ain't. But it doesn't matter what you pay. Now, 15 million for Wan-Bissaka at this moment in time looks like a bargain of the season. Simple as that.
you know, and
And that gives you a bigger smile, geezer. I just think you appreciate the transfer even more and the player because of that transfer number.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, it's got that feel-good factor about it because he's performing. It's a similar feeling to what I had about Craig Dawson, and many others did too. What a bargain he was at 5 million or whatever.
Absolutely. I mean, all our heads went down when we bought him, Budge. Remember?
He
got relegated to Watford, for fuck's sake.
I know, and all the Watford fans were going, "Yeah, well done, lads. Good luck."
Yeah.
Mate,
yeah, good luck with that one.
Honestly, we had a fucking world beater on our hands.
He was fantastic.
Brilliant. He was sensational, and so it's true of Wan-Bissaka, as you said. The price tag means everything, and the fact that
it does because even when Dawson fucked up, geezer, and that's usually once a week he did, but he normally got away with it. We forgive him for that because he cost 4 million or whatever. Fair enough, he's 4 million. What else you want? So it does make a massive difference.
I'm definitely betting on a 5 or 6-0 because Big Dave said it on Fans TV Saturday. Tomorrow plus a few reasonable scores. Oh my gosh. X-Potential, good evening to you, mate. How are you? Nice to see you again, son. Randy, all good cookie, enjoying the week. Hope you are too. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, signing and player of the year, says Rich. Agreed.
At the moment, Rich, if he keeps going on the trajectory he is.
You know what I mean?
No
argument from us, mate. Everybody's saying, good evening. How long is his contract? I believe it's 3 years. I think
didn't take any notice, to be honest.
I can actually check it. West Ham United.
We'll sell him next year for 60 mil.
Sorry, my mistake. On August the 13th, 2024, West Ham United announced the signing of Aaron Wan-Bissaka on a 7-year contract for a reported fee of £15 million. 7 years.
We gave him 7 years.
7 years. He is 27,
wow.
so he's 35 when he, or 34.
No, I think that's a good idea, mate. Even if you had 3 years and wanted to sell him, you'd probably still get your money back. But
yeah, you probably
I didn't think they'd do that. There you go.
No. But 7-year contract, guys. So that's news to me. And thank you for the question, Mark. He's in with a shout for Hammer of the Year. Absolutely. I think he's in pole position at the moment. It's his to lose.
Yeah.
And I think the only way he's losing that is if Ollie Scholes gets every minute of every game and proves to be the player we all believe he is, because there ain't no one else out there that's been as consistent as Wan-Bissaka.
No.
He has been, as you said, a 7 or an 8 minimum every week.
Yeah. Yes. Been good, man.
Yeah, Randy, we've just discovered it was a 7-year deal. The Manx know now. What a bargain, says Cookie. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, mate. So he could see out his career with us. Yes, he could, Mark. And the thing is, he's well, look, I've got a little slide I'm going to throw up in a minute.
Well, if that 7 year is real, if that's true, and it's not being misreported, he would see his career out with us.
Yeah.
But there you go. Even 5 years, he'd be getting on there, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Of course he would. Right. So, where I haven't bloody uploaded it. What an absolute tosser. There it is, that one there. Right, we'll upload that quickly then. Back up. There we go. Right, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Everyone's happy with him. That's the main thing.
Yeah, that is the main thing. Right, so he's obviously a right back or right wing back. Born 26th of December 1997, so he's 27 now. Born in Croydon in England, which is literally about 18 miles away from me. He's 6 foot, bang on, £15 million, and he joined in August. Where's the 29 shirt? There you go. That's that. I just made that up today because we were talking about him. But yeah, I absolutely agree with some of these comments. For example, where are we? That one there, obviously. And then there was this one here. Right, hold on. Oh yeah, it's the next one. I'll cut it down. He could at least. He is someone who will consistently be good right back for us going into his later years, mate. I agree with that. I mean, look, at the moment, we're getting a player that Man United never saw. Look, every Man United fan I've ever spoken to always said he was great in defence, rubbish going forward. Well, his assist.
He's getting better at that now, isn't
he? Yeah, his assist for Jared
Bowen. If you look at at the weekend, he put 2 on a plate for Bowen. He fucked the first one up, Bowen, sort of scuffed it with right foot wide. And right on his napper for the second one. Man, you want to see me screaming downstairs, guys, when I run around the fucking room when that went in. Me and the boy.
Good evening, Stephen. He says,
Stephen?
Good evening, guys. I'm sure he means guys. And I'm sure that weren't an A. Good evening, guys. Yeah, I'm surprised horrible Ratcliffe fella let him go so cheap. This is the one I agree with. And good evening to you, Trudge. He is a beast. He is a beast. And, it's nice to see that we've actually invested in a player on a long-term deal, and he's turned out to be everything we needed in that position.
Exactly. That's what we needed, mate.
Yeah.
And like I said, he's getting better going forward. His delivery's getting better. Plus, he's playing more of that win-back role. If we end up with 3 at the back, which I believe we will, under Potter, and he seems to be reveling in it. So it helps when you've got Bowen up in front of you or Kudos near you. So all that helps that interaction with them players as well. And, just going to the Arsenal game, guys. There's 3 people there. I would have given all 3 of them man of the match, and one would be Ollie Scholes.
Of course.
Wan-Bissaka is the other, and Kudos. I slagged Kudos off last week. I thought he was dog shit against Brentford, right? He really was. He was poor. He was the opposite. He was the £80 million player in this game. He held the ball. We needed an outlet, and he was it. And he terrorised their back. He held the ball, he held them off, he used the ball, he twisted, he turned, he kept it, gave it. Man, he was superb, Kudos. I've just got to give him a shout out because I slagged him so much last week. He was shit. Now, whether that's him trying to flash his knickers at Arsenal, he can make a case for that, but who cares? If he does that, I want him to flash his knickers every week then, if that's the case. And hopefully he does it again against Liverpool.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly what I want. And while he's wearing claret and blue, flash your knickers at who you like. It doesn't matter to me. As long as you putting in a performance like we saw on Saturday. And Howard, Howard, how are you, mate? You've got to say also that that the whole team put in their effort this week.
All of them.
Not one of them was out of place. I mean, even Areola actually took more control of the box than I've seen in a long time.
Even though he's not going to look like a 70s porn star, isn't he? Areola, with that looking the part. But and Happy H was one of them last week, slagging off my man Souček. He was fantastic. Souček had a bloody solid good game, mate. And covered Wan-Bissaka a couple of times when the boys got past him down there. Souček was there to clean the ball up, mate. Yeah, all you people knocking him last week. He shouldn't be starting. Yeah, mate. Every manager picks him, Gazer. Every manager picks him. There's a reason. But Having said that, Budge, this week's game, I might leave him on the bench.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And I thought
because I think we
had
can't
a great
do
game.
what we did against Arsenal, against Leicester. Can't do a low block. We need to go at them, which has always been dangerous for us. But I think you start Ferguson then, and then maybe put Souček on the bench.
Yeah. Good evening, Adam. How
Good
are
night,
you, mate? Joining in. Rich says he was an absolute bargain. Thing with Dawson. Oh, we were talking about Dawson, and I was corrected actually earlier. It was Mark who said he was 2.5, not 5.
Oh, that what it was, 2.5. Okay, even better. I thought it was 4. 2.5.
Absolutely. So he says the thing with Dawson, if he made a mistake, he
yeah,
would work.
there's a bit of that.
Right. If not, kick someone. Either way, all good.
He seemed to get away. He used to make a touch like at least one game to make a real bad, but he seemed to get away with it a lot. And I always said that with that kid. Every time he made a mistake, they scored. Made him look. He looked twice as bad.
Yeah. And Adam says, "Has anyone seen Arsenal?"
Yeah, has anyone? Oh, I just saw the result there a minute ago. They're fucking 0-0 at Forest. Even better, man.
Brilliant.
I love watching them fucking melt down. It's brilliant. Oh, well done, Forest. Well done.
Yeah, mate. But then Forest have been like the surprise package this season already anyway, haven't they?
Oh, of course they have. Yeah.
You know, they've been really bloody good. They've been really
But it's just, there's 2 Arsenal games that couldn't score a goal, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jesus, I mean, if we can get a clean sheet against Arsenal, anyone can.
Yeah,
I mean, we're normally good for letting in the goal.
Yeah. So far, well, tonight's result so far is Brentford 1, Everton 1. So that means that David Moyes hasn't won a game at Everton yet. Man United 3.
He ain't won a game.
He ain't won a game with Everton yet, has he?
He's won about 4.
Has he?
Yeah.
No, all right, he hasn't won an away game, I think.
All right. I think he'll take a point away to Brentford. That's a good point, man. A very good point.
3-2 Man United Ipswich. So Man United won that 3-2. Currently 0-0 for Forest and... oh, no.
Yeah, that's all over, Gazer. That's done.
It's full time. It says full time. Spurs 0, Man City 1. Go on, City. And then Liverpool 2, Newcastle 0.
Right. So, there you go. Liverpool just extended it by another 3 points then. So that's Arsenal finished. Yeah, they were finished anyway, but that confirms it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Well, another 2 points clear.
And I got 45 lovely little points on the old Fantasy Football League. Nice. So, let's get back into the chat. Once I can close all of that. I should have just said close all.
But I did say last week, Geezer, we needed to go to Arsenal and low block them and mid block them and whatever we had to. And it was exactly the right tactic against Arsenal, man. And they didn't have a fucking answer. Jesus Christ, what did he make? 2 saves all game. They couldn't. Everyone in that team put shifting. Well, I was so down after the Brentford game because all that progression we see before, Geezer. Brentford was poor. It was poor. But then to get them back up for this game and play the way he wanted them to play, every player on that pitch, pat in the back, mate. There was no one on there below 7, was there? Yeah. 7, 8 seconds, mate.
And I want to say good evening to Colin. Good evening, Colin. Good evening, Budgie. Good morning, Cieran. You wonderful, lovely gentlemen. Always good to be in your company. Thank you very much, sir. And, you know, I think one of the things that I really enjoyed about the game was watching Declan Rice, watching
Darren
Bowen. Yeah.
Just watching him head it in, Gazer. He watched him head it in. It was priceless.
I know. I don't wish Mr. Rice any ill will because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm grateful for the time we had with him.
I say that, but I probably do. And they dragged him and all, geezer. That's even better. Look, look, here we go. There we go, geezer. Look, we've been around a long time watching West Ham, right?
Yeah.
And I'm a great believer in loyalty in a player and character, right? You see Noble, he's got that loyalty and character, right? Yeah. Always had it in his career. He even turned down the chance of playing for Ireland's under 21, whatever, because he said, no, I'm English. If I get picked, I'll play for him. Rice didn't. Rice had a tenuous relationship with Ireland from a grandparent somewhere, right?
Yeah.
He did. But as soon as the opportunity came, he dumped Ireland and went to England. Right now, to me, that's not loyal. That's not good character. That's about me. Now, a lot of people won't blame him for that, but I look at that as that's a bad mark in your character for me, right? And then when it came to the end at West Ham, and I'm not blaming him, I'm just pointing out the facts about people with good character. He would not sign a new contract for 2 years. He kept turning it down. And why? Because he wanted to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Simple as that. He wanted to leave. Always wanted to leave. Yeah. So, plus, at the end of the day, he's a fucking Chelsea boy. So there you go. So I don't see him as a loyal, good character person. I see him as a, look, mate, it's all about me and my career, which is fine. Yeah. So when games like Saturday come up and we do them, right, 1-0, and he's there crying and they drag him off the pitch, fuck it, I'm delighted. There you go.
Yeah. Good evening, Daz. Thank you for joining, mate. Everyone's saying hello. I'll skip some of that. Rich says that Wan-Bissaka loves being back in London, and I think
he does, Rich. That could be part of it, too, man.
Why he signed a 7-year contract, knowing he can do the rest of his career at home, back at home. You know,
yeah.
The boy's from Croydon, for God's sake.
He's part of the Croydon Massive, mate. That's
you know. you know, innit, blood? That's how they talk up there. The Demon's Ring and Emotional Loss. Not a good combo, Togs. I'm sure it'll be fine, fella. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, not sure. Who else have we got in? Yeah. Fly Fox, good evening. He says, holla, boys. Got us to win on Saturday. We said goodbye to my wife's grandfather, 99-year-old.
99? Jesus crikey. Wow.
Sorry for your wife's loss. But
man, hell of an innings, Foxy. Yeah, that's a hell of an innings. And a World War II veteran too. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, he deserved to have 99 years if he went to that. Simple as that.
He says, and nicely, his wife was more happy going into the funeral. I think the win helped. So that's nice.
You did say that. I said not to have your hopes up, Foxy, last week, Ian, but well done. Yeah, it did help, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, actually,
it was my birthday Saturday. What a game that! It was a birthday present for me as well. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that worked. That helped.
Yeah. While we're on the subject of, not such good news, I had a call from, well, not a call actually. It was a message from Barney, Peach's dad. Unfortunately, Veronica has got terminal cancer.
Okay.
So our thoughts and prayers go out to Veronica. Hope she has a comfortable time. And all the best to her. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is the bargain of the season. We could easily have paid 50 to 60. Yeah, could have done if it had been.
No, we always let Man United do that first, and then we get them later at a quarter of the price. Simple as that.
I think Sufal will push for a move in the summer. It's quite possible. And it's quite possible
Possibly.
he'll end up at Everton. You know?
Yeah, possibly. We'll see. We might want to sell him. Who knows? But he's still in at this moment for the rest of this season. We need him. He's still cover. You know what I mean? And he's still a bloke that comes on and does a job and puts the effort in. So, depends. It'd be down to him, I suppose. I wouldn't go to Everton.
Fly Fox says that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is fast becoming a favourite, or he says he's becoming a favourite. The Spiders move work both ends of the pitch. Yeah. Oh man, good evening, you beautiful melts.
Oh man. Yeah. That'd be nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it surprised me a little bit as well, Mark.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see a lot of his running ability. We knew that he was quick, but we also knew that he was a strong defender, I suppose. You know, with the right momentum and the right training and motivation and everything, he's improved his game, clearly, you know, because every Man United fans doesn't see what we see or never saw.
Yeah, but maybe it was always there, Budge, and it just didn't happen at Man United, you know? It's probably always there. Yeah. You might talk to a Palace fan before he went to Man United and said, no, you should do that all the time. You know, not sure.
Do we think we'll get a result tomorrow night? Yeah, I think we will, Randy.
I think so. I'm confident.
Yeah, I believe so.
But I wouldn't take it lightly either, guys. You know, I'm confident we should get a win. But now we've got to play in a different way. You know, it's not what we did against Arsenal. We've got to play in a different way and take it to them. We have to adjust now. How do we do that? And can we do it well? We haven't particularly done it that great up to now. But we might. I think he's going to have a plan for it. And hopefully comes to light. Because, like I said, against Brentford, we didn't have a plan. Our plan was terrible. And we just got overrun. So you've got to be careful that don't happen again against Leicester. Jesus. And because they're so poor at the back, Leicester. They really are. Terrible. So you need to get at them.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was just laughing at this comment. Steve, good evening. Thank you for joining me. Wonder why I joined me. The first words I heard were niggers and flashing.
Well, I can flash you mine, Steve, if it makes you happy.
Truly a team performance, absolutely 100%. Everyone working together for the gaffer. Haven't seen that in years. Honestly, was proud of the boys for the effort. And, you know, I think we could all probably say the same thing, mate, you know. Dad.
Apart from...
go on.
I think I saw it in the Chelsea game, Geezer. And that's why Brentford was so disappointed. In the Chelsea game, I thought I saw it, even though we didn't get the result. But you saw that they were, as a team, playing and working for each other. In this, they were even better. Fantastic.
Steve says, Ariana, I think so. Well, do you know what? I also, the other day, I looked at him when he was being interviewed post-match, and he had his hair all slicked back and his moustache and that. And I thought, you look like a baddie out of the good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, it could fit in there, guys. I put a fucking Stetson on him. He's in.
You know what I mean? They keep putting him down, but potato salad is a proper hammer.
Well said, Cookie. Fuck yeah, he is, mate.
Yeah.
Right. But I'll say it every week, he has his faults. We know. He has his good and bad. If you try and play him, like we did against Brentford, it's going to look bad. But in this game, it suited him. And, got to give him credit, man.
What else we got? Mark says it's good to have a manager that can adapt the team to the opposition. Exactly. We haven't had that for some years. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, look, I don't mean this with any malice or any prejudice or anything like that, but it's also bloody nice as an Englishman to have an Englishman at the helm of an English team, you know, and like it's somebody that I feel that I really can get behind, you know. It's been nice having, you know, some of the managers that we've had, but like Potter seems to be just like one of us, you know, and that's what I like about it. I think that's what it is, you know, and I'm really behind it, really behind it.
Well, like I said, it always helps if the manager is likable, and he is, but he's still got, for me, he's still got to perform before I jump into his camp and say how great he is. I want to see more. And it's great that we got the rest of the season to see that, you know, especially when you know all them 3 teams at the bottom are gone. They're gone.
Yeah,
they're not surviving, and we're going to put another nail in Leicester's coffin tomorrow.
Yeah,
we're going to sort that out as well. So they're gone.
Mark's asking, would you start Ferguson even if it's just for one half? Yes, I would, and I would.
I think in this game, Mark, I'll say I might take Souček out and just put him in. That could be the only difference, you know. In the team against what's the name, but we're going to be more on the front foot. So I don't think you need Alvarez, Souček, and Ward-Prowse. I think I'd keep Ward-Prowse in. He had a good game, Geezer. He screened that back 3 or 4 non-stop, man. He was perpetual motion in that game, left to right, covering.
Wasn't it nice though to have a leader on the pitch in every single line of our team, you know? Everyone. I mean, Areola, he had a good game verbally as well, I thought he kind of commanded his box really well. And I thought that, you know, like with Kilman and Todibo and Aaron Creswell at the back there, I mean, them 3 along the back there, all 3 of them are leaders, and all 3 of them had a great game, I thought.
When you look at that, we threw Cresswell in there, right? We're playing the team that are challenging the title, right? Cresswell didn't look out of place at all, man. He was fantastic.
No, but he's savvy though, isn't he, though, Cieran? I mean, look.
Yeah, very, very. A true pro.
Yeah, and it would be like you putting yourself in a situation, maybe like with a team of lads that are playing, you know, some of younger lads and 1 or 2 that, you know, but you're the senior player there. You're gonna step up. You're gonna be that senior player, and that's exactly what Aaron.
It really helps that, you know, Ollie Scholes backed him up as well. He helped cover him as well, you know. So he weren't really chasing people. The pace didn't seem to matter in that game. It was about reading the game, and having Ollie Scholes there coming back to that, it was fantastic because he never missed a beat. Scholes never missed a beat in that game. And I was worried for him when I saw him on the pitch, Geezer. Again, I'm worried for this boy. He's going to have a stinker, and he's just not. I was so delighted.
You know, and in fairness, Creswell mentored him throughout the game as well.
I think so, Geezer. Congratulate him on every good tackle he made, and he made plenty, and blocks, and ran away with the ball, getting it out there as well. Yeah, and Cresswell was there, patting him on the back. Geezer, yeah, it was that.
Yeah, I heard. I'm sure it was Stell that said the stat on Monday night, but there was a list of about 10 or 20. No, it was 20 different things that they, you know, that they give you the stats on for players, you know. And out of the 20, I think 11 of them, Ollie Scholes was number 1 in all, 11 of them. You know, interceptions in his own half, breakdown of attacks, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know.
All the blocks and the tackles and all that.
Aerial duels.
I think, Geezer, I always take notice, especially when a young player comes in and and I can only remember sort of one bad pass he made the whole game. Now, all the rest of the game was sweet. It was good. Yeah. Not say he's tackling.
He looked like a season. He absolutely looked like a season pro.
That Arsenal raving on about that Ranieri that he came up against, mate, he had him in his pocket, Geezer. I even see him run over to the other side for a while, get away from Ollie Scholes, because he getting nothing out of him. It was really well done, son. Like I say, I think it's that father thing. You fear for him having a bad game and making a mistake that costs you, and he just didn't. It was fantastic. And that's a debut, Geezer. What a debut that is to remember. His first start. Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Daz, thank you. Smash the like, everybody. Smash the likes. Fly Fox says he wanted Ipswich to win. Yeah, it's a shame that. We ease the nerves when we build momentum going into the end of the season and tackle this important summer coming up. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. That's what I said to you, last week, Gage, when I said we need 3 wins. We need 3 wins and possibly an upset win or an upset draw. And we got the upset win already. So, fantastic.
Yeah. It's like the boys have gone, look, Cieran has spoken and your wish is
I was. Mate. I forget all the wrong things I said, though, fair patch. I forget them. But I do remember the ones where I get right.
Yeah, it's easier to forget the ones that you get wrong, isn't it? You can blame it on your age and everything.
I just say I don't remember saying that. Simple.
Yeah. Mark, I don't agree with this comment, unfortunately. Well, mate, because it's a fair enough comment, but he says Ferguson isn't our player. Don't understand the softly approach. If he breaks, he breaks. But if he breaks this week, we ain't got a striker for the rest of the season. So if
but I don't think, Mark, I don't think it is softly with him, right? I think the team that he picked against Arsenal was perfect, right? I don't think we needed him up there because he would have been wasted. I even questioned when he substituted. Did he substitute Bowen for him? Or, I think it might have been. I didn't see the point of bringing him on because we were deep and defending, and I just didn't see him as the outlet. Kudus was the outlet, and I didn't think he'd actually get involved in the game. So I think it weren't softly. He just weren't right for that Arsenal game. Do I think he's right for this Leicester game? Yeah. And I think Potter will see that, and I reckon he'll start. If he doesn't, then okay. Okay, we'll see. I just think he will. But I don't think it's a softly approach. I think it was tactical, but for that game. Yeah, that's exactly it, mate. That's exactly me, mate. He's not a West Ham player no more. Don't care what he does. Oh, well, I hope Arsenal never win a thing. That's my feelings of it.
Yeah. Oh, man, you are fucking
graceful. He's disgraceful.
Yeah, he is.
But for 2 years on the trot, guys are going there and sticking it up and just fucking magnificent.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I love it. Yeah. Especially with Forest getting a draw against them as well tonight. That's even better, man. Bottled it again, man. Bottled it again.
Yeah. They're talking about all sorts of stuff here. Look, there we go. Bless Veronica. Thank you, Rich. Leslie, thank you. Cookie, thank you. And that's a good point, Steve. As long as Rice remains respectful to us, he will get my respect. No more. I will still enjoy his discomfort at getting stroppy after being subbed. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. His face, with his head in his hands, Gator, in that dugout.
And and to be fair, it's lovely. Karma is a bitch, and West Ham are the kings of banter. So let's have it. It's all.
Let's put it this way, Gator, and that's what I'm telling you about character in a player, where I don't believe he's got loyalty or character or good character for me, right? If Souček went and played for another team, or Soufal end up at Everton, they wouldn't get that from West Ham fans. They wouldn't. They'd still be loved, I think, and still get a great reception. He went to Arsenal, mate, because he wanted to win trophies. He said that stupid fucking line, didn't he? and now we're reveling in the fact they've won fuck all since he's been there. Great.
How Howard says
I can't help but like it.
Howard gave Rice a 7 rating for us on Saturday.
Yeah, mate.
And it's actually,
now all the Arsenal fans thinks he bottles it when he plays West Ham now, don't they?
Yeah. Well, one of my
Even
mates
though the first time he hit that banger, the top corner as well, didn't he? When he got smashed.
One of my mates over the pub said to me, he goes, I don't know if Rice was playing for you or for us today.
Oh, no, mate. Maybe he just can't handle it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's all.
Steve says he's definitely seen some decline, shouldn't have left, but he isn't the first and won't be the last. Absolutely. Mate.
No.
Hopefully, if they pick Potter and he is the guy, then prove it and get the players he wants and have an even better squad and address the issues of the past. Otherwise, pressure is on them. He's talking about the board, Randy. He's talking about the board. Stephen says, did anyone else hear that Aaron Wan-Bissaka crossbowing shouted, leave it to Rice? So he did. Steve Irons. Good evening, Steve. It's been a while since I've seen you, buddy.
He's got that right.
Our player of the year, Skull's young player of the year. Come on, you Irons.
Oh, no ifs or buts for me at the moment, mate.
Thank you, Colin. I'm sure the family appreciate all of your respect, everyone. Honestly, if we can't win convincingly tomorrow night, it would wipe out all of the joy of beating Arsenal. Yeah,
it would taint it, Mark. I think we need to get the 3 points. That's it. Whether we win really well or not, just hope is we can have a good performance and we take the points. That's yeah. We don't want to be that old West Ham. We go and beat Arsenal and then go and lose to fucking Oxford. You know, we don't want to be that because they are a championship side. Leicester, they're poor, especially at the back. We've got to get at them. Yeah. Kudos, I think, is going to have a game. I think he might be on the score sheet because I think he has to have a game running at.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he has to do to them what Vardy does to us. He has to get them long balls over the top to run onto and all of that. Newcastle away was another great performance, says James Bong. Yeah,
it was.
That's true. A little unsportsmanlike, but it's all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Areola would fit in around here. Well, are you into the Mexican porn? Are you the Fly Fox? Budgie and Cieran, says Brandy. As we are approaching towards the end of the season, are there any expectations for the rest of the season? And are you hoping Potter can get a consistent run going by the end of the season? Well, or to the end of the season, sorry. Yeah, of course, we want that consistent run going. Of course we do. Everybody does, I'm sure.
We do.
Personally,
I don't believe it's about, for me, it's not about necessarily all the results. It's about how that team plays. And if they play with the commitment they did against Arsenal, that's what I want to see for the rest of the season, regardless of the result. I want to see a team performances and the tactics to be right against the team we play. And at the moment, apart from Brentford, like I said, that was a bit of regression. He's doing well with it. I think he might have learned a lot about that Brentford game. So I thought the tactics was spot on against Arsenal. Absolutely spot on. And hopefully he gets the tactics right against Leicester. Because it is like I said, that Brentford one, it can leave a scar, and he can't be doing the same against Leicester. He has to get that right. The team he puts out and get these boys playing and put them to bed, mate. So that's all I'm hoping for the rest of the season. More of that, more of good performances, and we get another 5 wins.
Cieran, been doing any fishing lately? Which leads me on to another thing. No. Okay. Well, that leads me on to something else, though. That leads me on to this. There we are. Exciting,
Yeah.
people. There's some shark news or croc news.
What a
We don't know
build-up.
which
What a
yet.
build-up.
We don't know what yet. Go on. What is it? Come on.
Well, you wouldn't believe it. And I keep telling you how rare it is to have fatalities in fucking Australia. We had another one this week, geezer, and this was a weird one. It was just off the coast of Newcastle in northern New South Wales. There was a fishing tournament. It's about 50 k's off the coast. They're all out there. And this guy hooked onto a mako shark. And for whatever happened, they weren't sure what happened at the beginning, but he ended up, the mako shark dragged him overboard. He came off the boat and in. And I reckon he might have got tangled up with the fishing gear, and the mako's gone deep and dragged him under. And they never saw him again, geezer. They had helicopters out there straight away looking for him. And then they had to call it off at night, obviously. Went back the next day looking for him, couldn't find his body, geezer. So we don't know if the shark turned around when he went into the water and attacked him, or the shark just dragged him down and drowned him. It's fucking mental, dude. It's, you know, to have 4 in the last 2 months, 4 deaths from. So we don't know if it's officially a shark attack or not.
Well, yeah. Shark-related death, though, that's got to be...
Well, it is that, yeah.
It's got to be a record, though, isn't it? Surely.
It is. The one happened at the end of December. So we've had 3 deaths, you know, and we're only in February from sharks. And we had that one just before Christmas. But yeah, man, it's fucking, man, this one was crazy. The very first report was he's been done by a shark. It was a shark attack. But they sort of revised that to, they're not sure, he went over the board. And they say because he was tangled up with the fishing gear, the shark might have dragged him down and drowned him. They don't know because they've never found him. Now, I haven't seen an update for that for about 2 days. So whether they ever found the body or he'll wash up somewhere, I haven't heard. So, yes, terrible. And he was an experienced fisherman as well, you know?
Yeah.
Deep sea fishing. So, yeah, it was a shame.
Do we want blood tomorrow night? Good evening, Frog. Thank you for joining, mate. And also Leon as well. Leon.
Frog.
Do we want blood tomorrow night? Absolutely.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah. Hopefully not on Sochek again, though. That poor sod's had enough. He's had enough.
Yeah, I think he's had enough, hasn't
he? Yeah. If we can get 2 or 3 up early, I'd get Guilherme on for a good 30 minutes. Great point, Mark. Really good point. And he's looking really good in training right now as well. So hopefully we might see a little bit more of him. Imagine getting pocketed by Skulls and trying to escape by going over to Aaron Wembsaka. Stuff of night. And he did exactly that and then ended up going, oh, fuck that, I'm going back. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, definitely. And Cookie says, Skulls absolutely smashed it, full debut. He's one of our own, and yes, he is.
Absolutely, Cookie. He was fantastic.
You know, and what I like about the lad is, you know, he acknowledges he's a young lad, but he has a maturity of a grown man. You know what I mean? And I like that. I think he's just about ready now. I think, you know what I mean? He's just.
I don't like to get that carried away with him yet. I just want to. I like to ease these youngsters in, man. At the moment, he just threw him in there against probably the toughest game he's had, you know, since he's been here, Potter. And he went, no, fuck it, you go in. And it was fantastic. So Potter knows what he's seeing. He knows and he sees the potential. Yeah. So I leave it to him. I just like I said, I fear for youngsters throwing them in because it can be a detriment to them. But the boy's stepping up to the plate, and that's it.
Yeah,
he's repaying the faith that Potter's got in him. I love that.
Look at that, a little bit late, Kieran.
We probably weren't.
We just done that one.
There was the news.
That was the news. Thank you. We'd like to see what Ferguson can do with extra minutes. That'd be good. That would be good.
Yeah, we might see it this week, Leo. We might see it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we do.
Colin says he's happy with Potter. He's getting the team playing. He's also tactically minded to change tactics within a game. I feel at the end of next season we will finish top 6, which is a bit weird because the last time you said we were going to get Champions League. No, I'm joking. He didn't say.
I'm not getting carried away about next season, mate. I want to see the rest of this season out and then see what we bring in the summer and what leaves. Yeah, that's what we don't know. And so, yeah, it's hard to predict next season.
Yeah, Dad said he's not a fan of Arsenal either.
Yeah.
Right. So
they've surpassed. I used to really hate Tottenham, as you know. I fucking went there, in my youth. I hated them fuckers.
Yeah.
And the snipey, horrible fuckers. She down that Seven Sisters Road, hide in corners and come out 30 of them try to kill you. Hated them bastards. But I think in recent years with Arteta, I'm starting to hate Arsenal more now. So I really do. I dislike them with a passion. With a passion now.
Yeah, I know. And all these other little added bits and bobs, like Rice going there, etc.
Yeah, Rice adds to that as well.
Yeah, adds to it. Yeah, of course.
Every time they complain about losing, they're blaming the referee or the ball or the sending offs. I mean, I don't know why that referee didn't give that boy a straight sending off. Jesus Christ, the most obvious sending off I've seen all season. Right, it took VAR to get it right. They got it right, so that's something.
Yeah. Old man, I would love to have you on one evening. It would be great. But if you actually look like your bloody icon picture, you're not getting on camera.
Yeah, if you got a head like a foot.
Yeah. No, I'm only playing with you, mate. Yeah, you're always welcome to give me a shout. Just look up Budgie Greenstreet on Facebook and private message me. It's easy. I don't think Arsenal will win anything soon. No, they won't. Arsenal's supposed entitlement and right to silverware really gets me.
Yeah, it does. And all their fan base as well, Frog. They think they're entitled to win shit every year.
Yeah. Good evening, Terence. Thanks, mate. Good evening.
Hey, Terence.
Vardy is the only danger. I wouldn't say he's
the always only. A danger, Baz.
Yeah, he's always a danger. He's not the only, but he is the most prolific danger, most prominent danger.
The player they got on loan there, that Buonanotte, even though he seems not to have been playing him, not starting him anyway, I rate him. I think, is he on loan from Brighton or whatever? Buonanotte, he's a good player.
Subscribed and happy, and Hammer channel will spread the word. Terence, thank you. And also, don't forget to click a little like, hit the like on the video, because we always, we always ask for them. So the more we get asked to do these shows now.
Yeah.
Actually, when we first started, we were going to do it like once in a while, weren't we? Like once a week or once a fortnight or something, once a month or whatever. And it got quite popular. So now, as you know, we're here every week. Fly Fox lives about 5 minutes away from an old Spanish fort and near enough to Tombstone. Lots of cowboy hats around here.
Plenty of cowboy hats around here, mate. Some real Americans around here, goes up.
Yeah. Cookie says you loves your chuckle before you show your tail.
I did not ever.
Swimming with the big fishes, yeah, mate.
He set me easily off, man. Well, I don't think they'll be lucky to find him.
He said you're a sadistic bastard, and he loved it.
No, I normally like surfers getting it. You know what I mean? I wasn't too bothered about the fishermen, but because surfers know the risks when they're out there. They know they're on a silly board and they've got fucking great white sharks around them. And when they get bit, I go, well, whose fault's that?
Yeah. How measures you can't make any stuff. Oh, fucking brilliant!
Yeah, they're strong sharks too, them mate. Those, mate.
Yeah, mate. They're beautiful though. Gentlemen, I would seriously play Guilherme against Leicester. He's the quickest player we have, so why not use him? I feel he will frighten their defence. I hope he gets given a chance, mate.
Always a possibility.
No
Always a
argument.
possibility, Carl. I don't know what's in Potter's head, but I'm sure he'll pick the team to win it.
Yeah. Frog wants to know. He says that's nothing. We've got gangs of squirrels roaming around here.
Yeah, I've got possums.
Yeah,
mate.
I'd put your magpies up against these squirrels any day of the week.
Yeah, they'll fuck them off.
He could, Colin, but I don't think Potter will change a winning team unless he throws a curveball. Now,
I think I'm not so sure, Randy. That team was set up to low block. I think he has to change it, Randy.
Yeah,
could be wrong. I don't think. I think the winning team thing is not a thing. When you're setting up a team, I mean, Souček don't deserve to be dropped. No one deserves to be dropped. But tactically, I think I'd bring in Ferguson, and one of them midfields got to go. In this game, I put Souček on the bench.
Apparently, Souček's got a face only Mrs. Potato Head would love.
And she does love it, Cookie. He's very happily married. Good man.
I think you'd need to play Emmy with him to help talk through the game, Colin. What? Oh, you mean Guilherme? Yeah, maybe. Maybe Emerson would be the right man for that job because...
Who's to say Emerson doesn't come in for Scholes?
Who says?
I don't think he should, but I'm going to leave it to Potter, mate. Whatever he thinks the setup of the team selection is, best to win this game. All right, let's see. Like I said, his only black mark has been Brentford, which he changed at half time. So I think he would have learned a lot from that, and we'll see what he sets up with.
Mark Pendleton says Scholes versus Salah coming soon.
Oh, that's a good remark. Yeah.
Do you know what?
I'd definitely play. I'd play Emerson. Let him get fucked. I wouldn't scar Scholes with it.
Do you know what? I would ask Scholes if he fancied it. If I was Potter, do you fancy going up against Salah, or do you think I should put Emmy in?
The only trouble is, mate, he could have the greatest game against Salah, right, and stop him for 88 minutes, and the fucker would still score twice. You know what I mean? He's just that good. You let him go once, for 30 seconds, you switch off. That boy's in. He's so good. Yeah. True. But that would be a hell of a test, wouldn't it? Imagine Scholes against Salah. Like that.
Steve Irons says, I think we will end on 50-ish points and hopefully a few more of the kids will get game time, especially Casey and Orford, who reminds me of Carrick. Come on, you Irons. So
Steve. I haven't seen enough of them myself.
No, I haven't seen an awful lot of them. But, I kind of see where you're coming from with the Carrick reference, though. Daz wouldn't like to go fishing in Australia.
Normally, when you're in the boat, you're fine. You're not meant to fucking fall off it. That's the problem. Especially when there's sharks everywhere.
Are we allowed to tell our kids about the dangers of Millwall on here? Definitely, mate. Definitely. Yeah. You got to tell them about the dangers of Millwall, dirty Leeds, and obviously Tottenham as well. Potter is known for tinkering, I think. Yeah, but he's not a tinker man as in Ranieri was. He's not much of a tinker.
We can't say in one breath this is the longest pre-season he's going to ever have, and then not allow him to tinker and change things and try things. That's the point of it, And that's what he has done. Like I say, he got it wrong against Brentford. He realised at half time. I think he should have realised it earlier and changed it. So let him tinker if he has to for the rest of this season. We got injuries. We got in the strike force. And next year, we don't know if we got Ferguson. He's probably going to be gone. We don't know if Cresswell's going to be around. Soufal. Let him tinker whatever he thinks and try and build a squad and a team. I'm happy for him to do that because it's the perfect scenario for him.
I can't believe I'm only 10 minutes behind with the chat. This is great. James says that the sharks are aggressive. Those Mako sharks are aggressive fuckers. Seen one jumping into the cabin of a cruiser. We had him hooked and he ate the cabin, for fuck's sake.
They're mental. Jeez, I'd see, do you know that boy I was talking about, that nomadic kayaker? When he had the great white shark, following him, right, in this fucking, for about half hour, he had this great white following in the kayak. He was shitting himself, paddling away. Well, there's another video he done when he hooked onto a Mako shark in the fucking kayak. And the fucking Mako, because he was hooked to him, dragged him out for about 5 miles to sea, right? Because he couldn't. It was just dragging him along. He was doing 10 k's an hour in the kayak with the Mako dragging him. And he had to cut the line in the end because he was going out into the ocean, mate. He had to cut the line to get rid of it. Brilliant. Good video.
Oh, dear. Yeah, they're all asking about the killer squirrels. Yeah, so I wanted to say hello to Michael, Chelsea FC. He says, it was absolutely surreal actually at Stamford Bridge yesterday for the protest. Campaign.
Oh, yeah, it's a protest, was it?
See the place on TV. Oh, comparing to seeing the place on TV than actually being there is seriously night and day. It's true, mate. Any stadium, it's like that. Especially if it's a stadium.
Yeah, I see a protest banner, I think. Yes, yeah. But
yeah,
they ended up putting in a good win, didn't they? Was it Southampton they flogged 4-0? Southampton again. I see Flynn Downs giving away one of the goals.
Yeah. Arteta is thoroughly despicable. He
Absolutely, Mark. Just despise him. Absolutely despise him.
Yeah.
I don't see him running up and down the fucking sideline nagging it large lately. I haven't seen any of that lately.
No. Who else have we got? Up to Kudus, Bowen and Ferguson. Yeah, in game if they play with Kudus as the 10 and Bowen and Ferguson up top, or they play as a front three. Yeah. Stuart says he likes my Facebook picture. What Batman film do you like? Actually, do you know what? I have to say, the most recent one with Robert Pattinson is the closest to any Batman comic story. You know, all the other movies, all the ones with Christian Bale, they were brilliant movies. You know, the ones with, all of the cartoon, not the cartoony, but the camp ones with Val Kilmer and Michael Keaton and that. They were great movies to watch. They were fun. They were Batman. It was great. And all of the, Justice League ones, yeah, they're okay. But for me, the new Batman, it's taken Batman back to his roots as a detective, not a superhero. So for me, that's my Batman film, Stuart. Thanks for asking the question, mate. What about you, Kieran? Do you into Batman and that?
Actually, sort of. Yes and no, not really. But yeah, can't admit. I couldn't tell you what film I liked. No, not really. But I don't mind watching for a light entertainment. I don't take them too seriously. So.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I agree with most of that. JWP for Socek, second half. If our ball retention needs improving, whoever doesn't start out of Scholes and Emerson, give the other the last 30, and Guilherme is an option also. Top show, boys. Keep on going. Thanks, Daz. Love that. Thank you. Arsenal bottling it is always true football gift. Then you realise.
Absolutely, Michael, mate. I think every club, I'll tell you this, that every fan base in the whole country just revels when they bottle it and they go to bits. Everyone. I think everyone's the same. I don't even take joy out of Man City not doing well. But I do out of Arsenal. I do, man. I mean, I just take so much joy out of it. I love them getting done, man. It's great.
Yeah. Mark says, Wednesday, sharp and crops make my night. And talking West Ham. Come on, you Irons.
Yeah, we might not get another one for the rest of the year, the way things are going, but who knows? Really?
Yeah, yeah. Did you see Moyes being lauded for recognising the quality of Scholes? Who lauded him?
Was he?
Well, he used him a couple of times, didn't he? Let's be fair, he did.
Yeah. I think the academy staff should be the ones lauded because they would have been promoting him and training him and developing him. They're the ones that should get the credit, not even Potter. Them.
Colin says, you never know.
Potter would have gone to their academy boys, right? All the coaches and the people that run it and say, right, who have you got that, realistically is a player? And they would have pointed to him and said, he can do it.
Colin says, you never know, Budgie. I am serious. It would not be. I would not be surprised if we did finish fourth next season. If he gets the backing, anything's possible, Colin.
Anything's possible. I just don't like to get carried away.
Brendan says, Budgie promised you Antonio on the bench, Damien, for tomorrow night. What I actually said was, What I actually said was, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little surprise on the bench. Antonio might come in to give the boys a bit of support. He's back from his rehabilitation.
Yeah, but it's not going to be on the bench.
No, but what I meant was sitting on the bench with
all the lads. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair. I don't know.
I didn't mean kitted up. Fucking, brace on his legs so that he can hobble down the fucking wing. I didn't mean that, boys. You know what I mean?
I don't know. We bought a few strikers that looked like they had braces on their legs.
Fucking hell, yeah. we'd have been better off with Forrest Gump with half of them, I reckon. Anyway, Lewis Hall did very well tonight.
I tell you what, I really rate that boy, that left back, that Lewis Hall. Really rate him. I think that boy, I can see him in the England team. He's a top player, man. Really good boy. I'll tell you what, there's another boy I've really noticed. He's talking about left backs with that Lewis Hall. That Spence, that Jed Spence at Tottenham. That boy's got something about him. And he's not even a left back. I think he's playing left back because the left back's injured. He's actually a right back. But and he looks bloody good at left back. So, there's two. If you're looking at the England sort of side of things, there's two real quality youngsters coming through on the left there. Wherever Spence can, I'd imagine Spence can play left, right, or probably centre half. He's top little player.
Bit of a Ben Johnson type thing, then.
Yeah, very ambidextrous guy. So but I do, that Spencer's caught my eye, man. I mean, shit, young boy too, 19, saying.
Yeah,
a bit like Scholes, mate. There, he's doing the job for him.
Cookie's asking a question. Did Potter play Scholes from the start, as he thought that it was going to be a loss, and he kept Emerson for tomorrow night? Bought Bowen, etc., off to get the win tomorrow. Unfortunately for him, Scholes smashed it.
Yeah, that could have been the case, mate. And you could look at it that way and say, he's got a free hit, and we'll save Emerson, give him a rest, and for Leicester, I mean, he might have had that forward, but like he said, now he's got a fucking dilemma. I go, shit, I didn't expect him to be that good.
I've got an 18-year-old kid here that's pushing for a first team place, for fuck's sake.
She's playing like he'll be playing for England next week. No, maybe he was surprised at how good he was. I don't know. Who's to say?
Yeah, wouldn't it be hilarious if he got a call up? It would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it won't be happening. It won't be happening, but mate, I'm just delighted for him. His family must be over the moon.
I agree with that, Leon. Scholes playing against great players will only make him better.
Yeah, eventually it will. I don't like throwing him right in the deep end straight away, though. But I'm not managing the fucking team. But I'm always a little bit skeptical or scared of them having a bad day and it ruins their confidence. That's But the boy seems to be a confident young player. He believes his own ability. So I must recognise that.
I like this comment, Frog. He says, I don't even think we need many squad additions. attitude is our best potential asset.
Absolutely. And I think the attitude in that game against Arsenal, Flog, it was perfect all across the pitch. The attitude from every player, even Kudos, like I say, I've slagged off, but looking like he's disinterested at times against Lopetegui. I have no doubt he fucking was. I think he'd given up a bit. But his effort in that game was fabulous. And so was Bowen, and so was Wan-Bissaka, so was Scarl, so was Kilman, so was Souček, so was Pratt. It all went through the team, man. And you go, wow. That's a manager thing. To get a squad playing for each other like that, that's a manager thing. That ain't just the players. So they have to respond.
So with that logic in place, you could also say that Graham Potter put himself up for man of the match yesterday as well. Oh, Saturday as well. Then
in that game, mate, he got everything right. He got the tactics right. We defended well, but he needed them players to step up. And how many fucking clean sheets did we get, geezer? Not many. We ended up with a clean sheet.
Yeah, we did.
And he recognised they don't really have a strike force. If you defend deep and everyone work for each other, are going to hurt you. And they didn't. Say, Ariella, what, 2 saves? They had 2 shots on target. We stopped them, man. We stopped them. And Prowse was important for that. Alvarez, I haven't even mentioned Alvarez. I thought Alvarez was superb. He weren't so much a headless chicken at this time. He shut down, Alvarez shut down that Odegaard. He never was in the game, man. He was on his clacker every time he got the ball. He stopped him being influential. So, yeah. They all knew their roles. That's what it looked like. They all knew what role they had, and they all played it. It's great.
Yeah. Remember we were oh gosh, no, I'm not going to get into formation stuff. I'll leave that to Potter.
Too technical.
4-4-2 would be okay,
mate. We had a 9-1-1 there at one stage, so I'm happy with
that. Fly Fox says Budgie spot on with his Batman film analysis. Well, thank you very much, mate. I'm really looking forward to the second part of that new Batman. As much as I took the piss out of that Robert Pattinson when he was in that vampire series, what was that called? Twilight? Yeah, Twilight. He was in that, but then it was a kind of a teen flick thing, and but he is so good as Batman. It's really good, really, really good. No Pav. Oh right. I saw your no Pav, no Mav, no Souček comment. I also see your Skamaka and Ings comment on analytics regarding Ings and Skamaka. Those 2 profiles would not have worked in the system versus Arsenal. Probably not. Too slow, he says.
Yeah, I think that's the one I liked. What old man's saying.
Nice one, mate.
Dark Knight Rising. I think I enjoyed that. But I'm not a big Marvel.
Dark Knight Rises. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was a good one. I
think I like that. Yeah, but I'll say I'm not a fan, so I couldn't tell you what's good.
The one before that. Yeah, the Dark Knight was the one with Heath Ledger as the Joker, which is hands down the best Joker performance I've ever seen in any movie.
That's right. It didn't last long after that, did it?
Mate, even like Cesar Romero, who did the original Batman 1963 series.
Yeah, I remember that.
Fucking brilliant as the Joker, and it was really hard for anyone to beat that. But then Jack Nicholson came along and he did a brilliant job of it.
Yeah. Well,
Heath Ledger just blew them all out of the water, mate. Blew them all out of the water. All right, okay. Old man sent a Facebook message, mate. Cool, no problem. Good night, boys. Good show. Thank you, Stuart. Thanks for joining, mate. We're not going to be that much longer ourselves. We've been going an hour and 20. Me last, it says. Evening, guys. What do you think about tomorrow's game? I'm going 2-0 for the Hammers. Think Ferguson should start. And do we know when Somerville is back?
No,
Right.
don't actually.
Answer to that is no, I don't. I have been of
But
the
that's
understanding that we've got about another 2 to 3 weeks of his recovery yet.
that's another good headache to have, though. Somerville coming back, isn't it?
Yeah.
When he is, So then, you got things again.
Ferguson should start. Maybe, yeah. Well, Cieran agrees with you. I think it would be a good shout myself.
I think it should.
And going 2-0 for the Hammers. Well, that's not a bad shout either, mate. But I'm going to go a little bit higher than that. I'm going to go 3.
Yeah, 7. Fuck it.
What's your name, Peach? For goodness sake.
Yeah, do a peachy, mate. 7 then. Fuck it. Yeah. I'm.
Anthony says he heard that, Cieran. Good evening, Anthony.
I've been waiting for you to come in, boy. Fucking hell. Oh, dear. You're one of the nice Arsenal geezers, though. There are some. Don't worry about that, Anthony. But, yeah, man, you must be. After tonight, you must be. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Even though I'm sure you've all given up the title race after West Ham's game, but at least you're second again. That's not worse, is it? Eh? Second again. Second again. Nah. Poor old Arsenal, second again. Anyway, second's not bad, though, is it? You're getting used to it now, aren't you?
Yeah, but
and
it's
you're
not
getting really
winning.
used to it.
It's not winning, is it?
It's not all nuts. It's about the taking part, Anthony. That's what you got to look at. It's about the taking part, mate. And you take part every year, and you give it large when you're leading the league, and then you end up second. That's nice. It's amazing that Man City dropped off a cliff, and you still didn't take up the mantle. Liverpool did. You go,
Leon says he enjoys watching Analytics United. Listen every show. Them young fellas are on the ball, and I do agree with that, Leon. However, I got into that because a good friend of ours, Charlie Walsh, has gone from Hammers Chat and he's now working full time on analytics. But he doesn't seem to be on many of the videos, and when he is on, he just sits there and nods most of the time. He don't really talk a lot. So yeah. Anyway.
I think he does a lot behind the scenes, Gage, the editing and everything else.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Because that's his game, isn't it? But to me, do you know, the analytics is good if you like that. I find it too much. There's so many fucking things. Yeah, and to me, I just like to use my eyes. I'm just one of the old school like that. I'd rather just watch my eyes and, trust my eyes and what I'm seeing. But sometimes some of them analytics are interesting. Like I say, if you threw out all the Ollie Scholes he did earlier, Bud, about his stats, I'm real stat. But I don't need to see that. I've seen it with my eyes how good he was. But people love that sort of stat thing, and it's more of a younger generation thing for me than us. Good day, Darren.
Good evening, Darren. Good morning, sir. Sorry.
Well, morning to you, sir.
It's nice to know that the stats and that back up what your eyes see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like
it is sometimes.
I thought such and such had a good game, and someone goes, nah.
Yeah. That especially, Budge.
Yeah, and then you go, well, blah 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 blah, and they go, oh fucking hell, I never knew that. I never noticed.
Yeah,
that.
Exactly.
You go, well, you got to watch the game, not just the ball.
But some of them stats can be misleading. You know what I mean? If you've got someone, say a centre half that's got like 99% pass rate, but okay, right, that sounds good. But every pass he made was sideways and backwards. Well, is it that good? It can be misleading.
Damien saying, I promised that he was going to be on the bench. I didn't.
He promised me what?
I promised.
He promised. Your statement was about Antonio. Yeah, all right.
I said, don't be surprised if he's on the bench with the sub. That's what I said. So yeah, but I meant in a fucking tracksuit or a pair of jeans and a hoodie
or a wheelchair.
Antonio, top player. Yeah, agreed. Antonio to start.
You're getting it now, sir. You're getting it now.
Oh yeah. Potter must have healing.
Yeah, it must be.
Either that or he's been waving his magic wand around. You know. Did you see Dyer saying about feeling sorry for his younger daughter who could never bring home a West Ham captain? I pray for my granddaughter. Aaron would boo. Laugh out loud. Great show, lads. Thanks, Steve. Good to hear.
Stevie.
Thank you. Backtracking from your promise.
No,
no,
I've got your number, son. Got your number.
Damien and I are not having it, Budge. Fuck's sake. I still do wonder what Potter could do when he has everyone available. Yeah, me too, mate.
Well, just has to be another question, an interesting one too.
Michael Chelsea says, it's all funny that it's not sunshine and rainbows at Arsenal anymore. I love it. You know, every year is guaranteed they will bottle it. Last forward in 12 months' time, it all happens again. Fast forward, 12 months' time, it all happens.
Be third next year, Michael. Be third, mate.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka can play for England, apparently. He's only played one game for the Congo or whatever it was.
Yeah, I think it was the Congo, yeah. He
could.
I wouldn't get carried away with picking him for England, but he could.
He's a good option. A good option. Considering what we've got there are all young lads.
No.
Good option to have a senior player there.
Tuchel was sitting in the stand, I think, wasn't he?
Was he?
I think he was.
No.
Yeah, Ollie's goal, mate. He's looking at Ollie's goal. Fuck Wan-Bissaka. He go, Jesus Christ, he's that boy over on the left.
Let's hope he was looking at Rice and went, nope.
Yeah, fuck him up.
Yeah, nope. I'm looking for
he's crying on the bench there. That's no good for England.
Yeah. Harry Kane's having a fucking hissy fit for him, so I'm looking for a captain. Oh, Ollie Scholes, you'll do, mate. Oh, that would be hilarious. That would be fucking hilarious. He will be England's left back one day. But
big shout, Stevie. Big shout. There's going to be a lot of competition in that spot eventually.
Really? Yeah, I suppose that, what's his name? Lewis Keane, Lewis, or is it? Or whatever his name
Lewis Keane Potter. You've got that Hall out of Newcastle. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of young boys coming up on that left side. Yeah, who knows? Be honest, I don't want to play for England. Stay with us. Don't get injured with England. Stay with us.
Howard says, good evening, Anthony. I thought I saw a crate of squirrels in the back of a hill and imp in the car park. Oh, fucking hell. Yes, he can, says Damien. He hasn't got a cap. How he hasn't got a cap is outrageous. I would have said that before he was a West Ham player, and even more so following this season, because we've seen more of what he can do. I agree with you a little bit there, Damien. Well, quite a lot there, Damien. You know, I agree, because we've seen a lot more of him. I would have said he would have been a nailed-on England squad member, but no. You know?
No, I wouldn't. Not yet.
Young player playing too many games. He has to be managed. That's why we got Brighton striker too many games. Young man. Yep. He already played for England under 21. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Did Crazy earn a year's contract with his performance? Who knows, mate? Who knows?
I don't know.
Probably.
I love Cresswell, right, and always have done. Right? I've always been a big fan. I think we have been guilty in the past of holding on to players a little bit too long.
Yeah, I agree.
If Potter thinks he's a squad player again for next season, maybe one more year. I wouldn't bother me if they did give him a year. But I do believe we do hang on to players. Not even Antonio coming back at any stage. For next year, really, no. But I leave that to Potter. I'm happy for Antonio staying on the year.
Yeah. Me last wants to know what the result's going to be tomorrow night against Leicester. I've already said I think 3-0. Kieran says he thinks 7-0.
Yeah. Or 2-1.
7-0 or 2-1. And if it is 7-0, if it is 7-0, I want to see an Areola hat trick.
Oh, God. Yeah. No, we don't score sevens.
I'll have to ask Tony. He's got pet squirrels. Yeah, right. Budgie Cieran. Man of the match, says Terence. Great shout. What a man of the match. He's in for a shout with it. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Well, we did answer that a little while ago, me last, but I'll say again, we don't actually know, but we believe it's somewhere 2 to 3 weeks before he'll be able to even go on the bench, I'm led to believe. But I don't know. And you know what Potter will do? He will bring him on for 20, 15 minutes, something like that, you know, just to get him back up to match fitness and that, you know.
Ooh.
How far do we think Potter can take us? That's a really good question. I mean,
I want to see the rest of this season before I even think about that.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I'd also like to sort of add that I think that with the right backing, with the right players, you know, with the right.
It's got a lot of work to do, man. Still.
Yeah, with the right recruitment and with the right players coming up through the academy, etc., everything in place.
Yeah.
There's no limit to what Potter could do.
No.
I
still think he's got a big rebuild to do in the summer, right? And we're going to lose some players. As simple as that. We're going to probably lose half a dozen. So I mean, he's got a hard job in front of him.
He's got a 3-year contract, or 3.5-year contract, or whatever it was. I think once his 3-year contract starts, within that contract, I reckon he'll get us European football again.
He may.
You know,
that's it. I want to see what comes in the summer. What comes
I'd
in?
be more than happy with. I'd be more than happy with Conference League. More than happy. Right now.
Absolutely. I'd love to do that again, mate. Conference League. Forget the other ones. I'd do that and try and win it again. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Not bothered which one it is.
How many short careers due to being overplayed? We all want young players to start, but you do have to be careful. They do and are not overplayed. Skulls Day for me tomorrow. Day off.
Well, see, Cookie, that's a good point, man, because I'm like that. I don't like overplaying these youngsters. I remember, when Arteta did first take over Arsenal, they relied on the young players to save their asses. And you had the likes of Aubameyang and Lacazette fucking walking around picking their ass, while the likes of Smith Rowe and Saka, and they were fucking trying their hardest, man. Fuck me. No. Yeah. And you go, Jesus, that shouldn't be the case. We've got it good at the moment with Scholes. He's coming on. You know, he started him with an seriously experienced left back next to him in Aaron Cresswell. You know, and I don't want to throw them in and burn them out. So I think you still have to be careful with Scholes. I mean, if you look at Johnson, when he first had that game against Man City on the left, he played him on the left, didn't he? Had a great game. Super. But he faded after that. Then we threw him in. He was in the middle. He was out on the right back. He was left back. And he faded after that. And then where is he now? At Ipswich. And I'm not sure if he's getting a game every week. So I want to be careful with Scholes, mate. Kid gloves with that boy. Let's nurture him. Let's get him to where he needs to be.
Yeah, exactly. Good night, Stephen. Thank you for your comments, mate, and thank you for joining us as always, buddy. Would love Euro footy at the end of next season. That's kind of where my head's at. You know, like let's try and see if we can get the Conference League again. It would be very nice. Oh, look who's joined us at this late stage.
Freshie.
Good evening,
Follow the
Sean.
lead. He's in Mexico, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Valladolid. Yeah. That place in Mexico.
Yeah. That's where Areola comes from.
Areola?
Yeah,
No,
cartel. It's one of his cartels right there.
Oh,
It looks like a cartel boss.
I was thinking, surely you mean Alvarez.
Yeah.
Same letter to start with. Feeling the urge to get back over there. Over to where, mate? Where's Taz? Where's Taz? I don't know. Oh, getting the urge back over to the ground. Again, probably. Ferguson hat-trick, 5-0, says Cookie.
Well, fucking hell, Cookie. That's frustrating.
Anthony says, yeah, we're going to finish.
I'll tell you that now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be the aim for the end of this season, for the end of next season, I think. It has to be the aim. It has to be.
That's got to be, that'll be a goal, but
yeah.
it's a long way to go before that.
Yeah. Leon agrees. Charlie's a lovely fellow. He's a great fellow. And one evening soon, we will get him on here. I'll keep inviting him on, but he's busy, obviously. So, but one evening, we'll have him on here with us.
When I did see him on Analytics, Geezer, because I've known Charlie now, I don't know, 6 years or so.
Yeah,
and but he looked fucking tidied up, Geezer. He looked like he trimmed the beard, got his hair all tidy. That used to be just fucking. And yeah, he's starting to look a bit smarter now.
Yeah, yeah. An hour's lecture. Even all in the chat. I like the interactive channels. Damien, that's why we do what we do. So that, I mean, look, I do what I do because I used to enjoy being where you are now. Right? Kieran's the same. We both used to just get in the chat and we would chat with everybody in the chat room like you all do. And then one day we got invited on because we had opinions and, we kind of not voiced them, but we wrote them out quite eloquently and we got invited on different channels. We both got invited on to different channels, We've done stuff on so many different channels. It's
I think when I told Russ he's talking bollocks, I didn't think that helped.
Right.
Weren't always eloquent.
Right, what's this? Don't try copping out now, Budgie. Me and Toa have both put 100 quid on him being first goal scorer.
There you go.
Brilliant, love it. Kieran, I don't watch a football with a calculator. Do they try? Have they give it all? They give it all they can. Has the manager tried to win the game from the start? If yes,
Cookie. I think that's all of us at a certain age group. That's how we look at it, mate. I don't look at it with a calculator. The stats are the stats. I use my eyes. And I'll tell you what, because, I said I think I've got mad cow disease, right? What I do when I watch a game live, right? Yeah. When someone does something wrong, I say the name or right or wrong out loud, right? If I say, good fucking tackle, so check, good, well done, Ollie. And that sort of sticks in my head a little. And in that, it sort of tells me they had a good game, because I call them out when they do things. If I'm not called that name out all through the game, I'm using my eyes going, you weren't the best there, boy. You get fucking loose with it. But yeah, I prefer to use my eyes and what I see. And a bit of knowledge of football helps, especially when I played till I was 43. And you can see what they're doing and what they're not. And that's why the Brentford game disappointed me so much, because I could see after 15 minutes, but you need to change, boy. And he didn't. I'm upset. That's his only black mark to me. He redeemed himself against Arsenal because the tactics were perfect. The players were up for it. Everyone was into it. And wow, that's better. Now he's got to back it up with Leicester. Exactly. Yeah. He's got to back it up with Leicester.
Everyone's entitled to a bad day at the office. Yeah. Everyone's entitled to a bad day.
Exactly. He's never going to be perfect. But I'm looking forward to Leicester now to see what he does to chat. I do believe he'll. Well, I believe he'll start Ferguson. But I don't know. He might change it completely. Emerson could be back in. He might start with Souček. He might not start with Ferguson. I don't know. Yeah. But I'm intrigued to see what he does. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Bongo says, Aaron Wan-Bissaka has an Irish grandfather and a love of Guinness. So get your greedy mitts off. he would be wonderful for Ireland, though, wouldn't he? Let's be fair. Oh, mate, he'd be the best player Ireland have got. Aaron O. Bissaka. Aaron O. Wan-Bissaka. Brilliant. Aaron Ward-Prowse would be... Oh, right, okay. It's a cost thing, says Cookie. Creswell would be the third choice left back. But he's adaptable now for the odd one or two games. Either way, if he does go, he should be expected. Absolutely.
Either way.
You know, the testimonial game thing has gone by the wayside now, and you know, we're never going to see that, like, for the likes of, you know, well, we didn't get one for Noble, and he was fucking 18-year man. So, but we did get to say goodbye to him. Yeah, but we did get to say goodbye to him at that, you know, Man City game that we drew at home. Went screaming into a 2-0 lead through Bowen both times. But, you know, I just hope we get the same opportunity with Creswell, because I think he deserves to see and hear how much we respect and love him. You know, and I think
I hope so too, man.
You know, in the last game of the season, or the last home game of the season, if he is going to go at the end of the season, I would hope they would give him 15 minutes or whatever at the end of the game, so that we can say goodbye to him properly. You know,
absolutely. I be honest, Kev, we know that last game of the season is not going to mean anything. No. It's going to make, you know, it's not really going to mean anything.
Yeah, but judging by the performances he's been putting in,
that's what I'm saying. I think he should start Budge in that last game, because I don't think it means anything. I think you start him, you even make him captain for the fucking day. I don't care. Give him something. And if he is leaving, if he's not, then not so much. Yeah. But
sub him off after maybe 35 or even
unless he cemented his place as the left centre half and he's there anyway. It might not matter, but I would if that was the case. But
I absolutely agree. Didn't put a turnover. Munchen and Barca went and topped the Champions League, while at Chelsea, while where is absolute turmoil with the Boehly takeover. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Milar says, tell you what though, guys, it was so nice enjoying match of the day for once, Saturday night, as I'm surrounded by Arsenal supporters where I am. Nice.
Good. I hope you fucking enjoyed it, mate. I hope you gave it to them. You've got to take these moments, mate. It's what football's all about. Giving it to God. We've had plenty given to us over the years, so it's nice to have one back. Especially when we've done it twice, you know, in successive seasons at the Emirates.
Right, so everybody in the chat seems to be saying good night as well. So I think we will do that too. It's been an hour and 45 minutes of, well, I've enjoyed it. A nice evening. Thanks to everybody for joining in and
commenting,
Good night, everybody. Night, Budgie and Cieran. Night, Leon. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to everybody for joining. I'm going to just play us out with a little video, and we will see you at the same time next week, Wednesday night. Don't forget. And enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe, get drunk, and have fun. Take care, everybody.
Yeah.
Come on.
And do all that. Habits. See you later, chaps.
Never fucking stopped you before. Come on.
Hello, I am